So hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good as well. Welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Good Creatives. If you're new here, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, kindly welcome to this YouTube channel. And yeah, you're welcome. So guys, we've been doing a series of some juicy things, and I actually felt something stirred me up to finishing the part 3, because I never gave you guys that part. So yesterday we had a hot conversation about someone who was in a relationship and was ignoring some of the red flags. So we are just having that conversation, Jana, and it prompted me to finish the things that I started, because I never did a part 3 of that story for you guys. So kidogo tu. So I never did that part for you guys. And first of all, tell me what you think on the comment section about anyone who talks about their past relationship. I feel like if you're talking about your past and it's not making you teary, it's not making you emotional or something, it's because you're talking it out of a healed place. You don't have any bad intentions. And if you feel like I have any bad intentions, then you have the right to get a platform and air your feedback. I don't know. So yeah, that's it. If you feel like what I'm doing is not right, tell me on the comment section. Also, you can make a video and come back for me. I'm ready for that hell of a thing. So guys, so tuliacha sasa, I had written somewhere that I'll never go back when this guy pours food that I had prepared, because this guy from the very first place hata hakuwa na provide, I don't care, hakuwa anafanya shit. So yeah, I wrote it and I decided to start I decided to step in for that. Like, I'm not sitting for that anymore. But again, what I did was go to my sister's place and left, because nilikuwa nimemaliza exams second year, and so I had nothing to lose. I was going back to school in May. So the whole of December we were just on and off. He'll just come, I'll go visit, he'll come, we'll talk. But all this time I felt like manze indo time yangu sasa ya kutoka hapa. But before even that happened, something happened. So we had one last fight. I went to Nairobi, and then this guy calls me and he tells me, oh, come to Hame, because we had plans za kuhama. So I came back. I came from my sister's place to the place he used to live. Tukaenda tukahama, and guess what? Hata tukumaliza like 2 nights there. We fought again, like really fought, simply because you see, when you're on and off na mtu and you're used to being alone, of course you start conversations with other people, you start like stuff with other people, and that is what happened. So each time it could tumesema to break up, that meant it for me. Like, I meant it. I meant my words. I don't know how strong they were, but I meant nimetoka tu kwa hiyo relationship. I was not strong enough, because remember, you also don't break up with people because you've stopped loving them. You just can't take what they do anymore, So during that period, like, I told him I want a breakup and I've gone, and he was not taking it serious. Me, I had other things to do. I met other people. And so when he told me like tunaweza enda to Hame and we can talk things out, it was a good night. I remember I even traveled from Nairobi, nikaenda on reaching there, nikakujua nimepikiwa napewa food na kijiko. I siwezi taka hiyo ufala tena. So like it was cool, but you see, it was even so hard to disclose to this guy kumwambia ukweli, because ukimwambia ukweli he can't process the whole truth. Ukimdanganya he can't take it. Like, it was so hard to communicate kwa hii mapenzi shenanigans, you know. So we went, spent the night there. The other day tukahama. I was so excited. I finally felt like he was, because we had talked. I finally felt like he's now taking up for his mistakes. And I also decided, I don't want, if he has decided kufanya hivyo, I also don't want to be the person who is going to drag him behind. So these people that I had started conversations with, I just, texted them and told them, me and my person tumerudiana, and I don't want anything, because hata wao walikuwa wanaelewa. It's not like we had started having something. Walikuwa wanaelewa hii kitu hata kama iko ni ya siku kidogo. So there was this particular person, so I told this guy, like, I'm not going to do this anymore, but I'm not going to do this anymore, and it's okay, because pia yeye alikuwa na manzi, and I knew. So I'm not going to do this anymore, and he told me it's okay if you guys have decided to do that, to re-embark on each other, then it's okay. But the guy insisted. I don't think that's a right place, but like, I can't leave place ya miaka and then niende mahali for weeks. So I was like, it's okay. I also know it's not safe, but this is what I gotta do. I gotta stand up for this. This is what I'm willing to mend, So yeah, tukachana na the guy, but the guy initially alikuwa amenipromise some money to like do my hair. So this guy sends me the money, and now huyu jamaa alikuwa si unakumbuka tulikaa mkuhama, so this guy alikuwa amenikujia, and he knows I don't have any money, because if I had the money, mbona like if I had the money ninge travel to like nimpate. So he knew totally sina do. So there's this day I had something with I was meeting up with my cousin, and niletea kitu alikuwa anatoa shule, like asleep hivi nijue fee yangu ni gani. And so we met up somewhere, and because now I had money, I felt like, oh, my hair is done, let me do my hair, and then tutapatana jioni. So I did my hair. He went to his busy schedules uko. I finished doing my hair, and I told him I'm done, so I'm going home. So he came home later. Maybe for some reasons I just cooked, and I felt like, imagine hata yani something tu ilikuwa inanikujia. For some reasons nilikuwa nimevaa kofia, and huyu jamaa mwenye alinitumia domain nilimblock, like, cause staki anything, and I don't want to give this guy reasons for him to feel like I'm not decided, cause yeye ameniambia like we can work things out. So I blocked the guy, and I was sure we communicated well, like nothing is going to happen anymore. Tumeachana on a good note. So for some reasons he came home. He was good, he was easy. For some reasons me nika feel too like sina moods. I cooked, nikampea food, tukakula. Me hadi sikumaliza food zangu. That's one thing too I remember. I never finished my food, and then I was like na feel too me nikaenda bedroom, nikamwacha sitting room. So after nimeenda, kumbe this guy started now, he knew now my password. Like, cause sifichi kitu, you guys you come na get. I've been doing stuff here, but I've consented. I don't want to be the reason as to why we are not working out. So I'm not doing stuff anymore. So this guy goes on my phone and blocks that particular person and start having a conversation like me. You get? So jamaa, like, it was a basic conversation. So jamaa hakuna vile angemjibu vibaya, and then that particular guy used to like have mad respect for me. So hakuna vile hata angemjibu akose hakuna vile angemtext akose kumjibu, because he will think like niko kwa shida or something. So they start talking, and then this guy pops a question that raises some madness. Wow, this guy vile alinikujia kwa hiyo bed, like, toka umekuwa tu ukinicheat sijui nini, jeez. And nilishtukanga tu out of, like, mi yani Mungu tu, like mimi with this guy, mi sikuwa nalala ile ya kusikuanga na amani, sikuwa nalala ile ya kujisahau. Yes, nimelala but nile hata mtu akifanya ujinga hapo nje mimi naweza sikia. So for some reasons I slept for like a whole 50 minutes hivyo tu bila kufikiria kitu. But I woke up in the middle of the night, hapo hivyo kwa middle of that session, and what rang in my mind, nilijiambia tu huyu jamaa hawezi kuwa sitting room if he is not stalking me up. So this guy comes, oh toka, kazi yako tu ni kucheat. Jeez, kazi yako tu ni kucheat, nini unanicheat. Sasa ule mtu anasema kama anachitiwa, he's been sleeping with people. Hadi nikitoka tu kwetu niende mahali amekuwa kilala na msee kwa nyumba yenyewe alipata nimerent. You get? So yeah, so nikaamka. And then tulikuwa tumeagree vile nilitoka naye sasa tumekuja kuhama, tulikuwa tumehave a long conversations. That way nasema, like, I didn't want to drag him behind if he alikuwa amefikiria like we are going to, you know, work on our issues. So tulikuwa tumeongea and tulikuwa tumesema you'll never raise your hand on me again. And so he was like, ebu ita huyo beshte yako before nifanye kitu ya ufala. Ebu ita huyo beshte yako, ebu ita this guy, I don't want to mention the name. Ebu ita this guy before nifanye kitu nilisema sitafanya. And he was so mad, you my guys. Yeah? Hiyo simu yangu yenye he never bought. I remember even kuna siku nilikaa like a whole year with hiyo simu screen ikiwa imecrack, like hata ukiswap hivi inaweza kukata. Na hata hizi replace kioo ya 1400, and he will make 2k a day, like 2k a day. So that means if he wanted to, hizo ni siku mbili iza kunreplace ya kioo. And funny enough, yake ilivunjika within the course of that time, and hata hakuja nayo home, like where iende na ieko hiyo kioo ikam. So mimi with finding money nikajiekea kioo. So hiyo simu ikakanyangwa chini, ikabondwa, ikavunjwa, and I was there without a phone. Akatoa sasa sim card yangu. Sasa ule jamaa sasa nikamuita, he came, tried to, you know, talk to us like easy vitu, you can work on things, it doesn't have to be like that, nini guy. Anyway, hii kitu inanikumbusha mimi hadi nakuanga by the way nimesahau, and I don't want to talk things that are not there, but sasa with talking it out inanikumbusha my story. So the guy came, akatry kutuongelesha, and then of course the guy left hangelala na sisi, and then the drama was there. Yani I felt too vibaya vile huyo jamaa alienda, cause the thing started again. And I remember me nilikuwa tu hapo chini kneeling and begging him, cause he was telling me itafanya kitu yenye itafanya hutawaifanyia mtu mwingine. So I was like, is this guy planning to stab me or something? Cause, you know, if sitawaifanyia mtu mwingine, that means I'll maybe not exist or something. So I'll just stay crying and begging him and kneeling for him, no, don't do that, just to pass the night. So after the guy left, so he takes my SIM card, alikuwa anajua already pin, so akaeka, he akaitisha bank statements. You my guys, bank statement hiyo nayo ilikuwa nataka karibu ni wawe, cause there were guys sending me money like me like, but why do you complain when other people patch holes that you can't? Because this guy used to have money. It's not like he never used to have money, but other pesa za salon, you fala shit. So you karibu now to anie, like he asked for my statement, and my statement so imagine bado tulilala the same bed, funny enough, and morning kanamba mistaki kuona huko BTV, staki, and I was like, it's okay cause hata mistaki kuwa hapa, but yeah. So I packed my few things and I went to my sister's place. Funny enough, this guy will call my sister and ask whether nilifika. And he will call, like, when me kwa sister yangu, I never like said anything that was happening. And when they asked about my phone, I just told them my phone broke and that's why I came. I never disclosed shit to them because, you know, I was going through some stuffs that I didn't want them to know. Plus utambia this is kwa tumekaa na mtu anakuchapa anafanyanya nini. I never you know, told them stuff like that. So I just came, told them simu yangu imefanya nini and stuff like that. I never disclosed to them about this guy. Yani, I was still protecting this human being even after all those chaos. So yeah, he would call like anataka kuongea na mimi, and I was like, fala. Funny enough, we used to talk, and I remember him calling a meeting, like, so kuna time sasa ilikaa mimi, like, I never wanted to talk to him again. So I got another phone, and now he'll try communicate. Hata kama he'll go for days without communicating, and I didn't care because I knew he was doing stuff. I never cared at the moment. I also started now seeing people again because I knew, like, this time around me, manze is tacky, like, sidai. But I was still, yani, I didn't kikumbukanga leo na feelingi nikiwa mjinga. I was still not very decisive, like, sijuangi what was happening, because I remember he called my mom and told him, oh, tell Dama to unblock me, we need to talk, and I'm calling up for a meeting on this scheduled day. He sent everyone fair, like, to show up, and we showed up, we talked, and felt like you are cool. So tulikosania the fact that now I came back to Nairobi. We left on good terms. Okay, we've talked, it's okay, you guys mkaina money, and there's no, you know, there's no good thing in fighting and all that. And we left at it. And then mimi pia, I had opened you know, a Kalitro food outlet, so I still had to come back to, you know, my cousin. He brought me back to Nairobi, and yeah, but he wanted nikuwe naenda every weekend. And remember me, I'm like, Mr. Kivala, like, I wanna move on. So I was like, I'm protecting what I'm creating, and I'm kind of protecting what he's. And at this point, I felt so hard kuenda, like, it's like the way vile tuliongea haikufanya nikuwe okay, you know. So I was already being treated nicely somewhere else, and I felt like you really hadn't had yangu. Like, I was feeling like Mr. Kikwenda after every week, maybe 2 weeks, and so every day that I will give him, he was like, mbona unataka kuja hiyo siku na sisi siku yenye nadai. So tukakosania hiyo story. So I remember even one day, no, sasa what, like, brokers for real. I remember kuna one day we after like 2 weeks hivi tunakosana. You see, when he calls my phone and I'm not picking up, that's makosa. Like, ulikuwa wapi, kwani uko wapi, namwambia niko tao, like, ulikosana. Now it's been 2 weeks, nikikupigia simu huwa hushiki on time, like, nafaa kushika up on time. He doesn't care whether you're in the toilet, akicall or something and all that. But this time mimi, I was like, no, si lazima nishike on time. You see, pia ukianza ku make decisions, like, unatoka kwa hizo shackles of, you know, being controlled, and so you're fighting for your freedom. So I was like that. So I remember there's a night he started conversations with me, and we continued with the conversation, but hapo in the middle of the conversation akanitumia nguo zangu akiwa ameangusha chini, the way he never sleeps on our bed and all that, and I was like, oh, so ni nguo zangu zinafanya tu, like, hiyo nyumba. So I remember nikam block, because you see, I'm already trying to move on, like, even if si kupata mtu mwingine, I'm already trying to, like, be past this mess of a person and mess of me, who I am. So I was like, I'm not arguing with you, like, Nisa, I'm blocking you. Ile time nitarudi huko shule, nitachukua nguo zangu and we'll be off. So I blocked the guy. So guess what, mimi morning, like, I'm doing my stuff there, nimeboeka kidogo nasikia tu mtu amekonga gate, like, from his place to Nairobi. And then I told my niece, go open. guess who is here? It's that guy. So he's like, oh, nimekam apologize. And I felt so much pain with how he was talking to me last night. And this guy wants to show up because I think he was drunk or something. And then he had his friends and he was talking every mad thing he will talk about. And I felt so much pain and I was like, it's okay, tunaenda. And when I went, and I just told God, me sijui what I'm going to do, but I need to get out of that place. Evening nguo zangu zinafanya tukaanishe hivyo, then it's okay. So I went, took we had some stuff because initially I was staying alone and he was staying alone. So I took that bed that I was using because I was also figuring out if I'm going to come back in May and join school, I still need to rent house, I still need to have my own things. So I took my own things and I took them to my friend's place, and that was the quickest move. Like, I believed that, hey, he moved near God. Huh? So, funny enough, so that night, he came for, like, yesterday tuko na matusi. Today he comes for me and I'm okay, I'm cool, let's go. So vile tulifikanga hiyo place kwenye alikuwa na Alexa 4 za usiku. And this guy tells me, oh, niliacha lapi kwa counter and siwezi taka ilale huko. So this guy is using that excuse to go and meet his friends who are coming from another place. You see someone who is even trying to apologize, trying to, be at his best behavior. He went, na nilikuwa najisikia saa 9. Mimi, I slept on the couch. Nilijisikia saa 9 and he was not around. Hakuwa amerudi kutoka saa 4. So huyo mtu hata kama nikumsamehe, hata kama you guys wanted kusameheana, mnaweza sameheana nini? And so, now that compelled me to really work out on my mission to, like, me morning he come naenda. So kuna kazi alikuwa anaitwa sana hii tukitravel usiku, and he's like, nitaka morning. So the morning comes and he's like, twende na wewe. And then he was like, acha tu. And sasa today najuanga why we never went with him, because he was apparently in that apartment, he was seeing someone. So we never went with him, and that's cool because hata tungeenda na yeye ingenikosea sana, singe do vile do. So maybe I was like, what do I do in this house? How do I get to do all stuff? I packed my stuff. I talked to my friend's boyfriend and my friends and my friend. I was like, can I do things? Because you see, when I'm talking to my friend's boyfriend, I can't go to my friend's boyfriend direct. I have to use my friend. So the friend agrees and the boyfriend agrees, and he comes. Kutoka hivi tu nikapata na mzee akaniambia, unaweza pata vitu zako nifungulie bed. And he was like, that was the most automatic thing that happened. Nilikuwa tu hivi natoka napata help. So nikapata mtu akuniwekea nguo, but bed haingetoshea place yao. So he was like, tafuta tu mtu atakuwekea bed. Nikatoka chini nikapata mtu ataniwekea bed, and he was so cool. Like akaniwekea bed and mimi nikasonga. Like now I asked another guy to send me money. Like he sent me fare. Hadi siko na shilling. Akanitumia fare, mimi nikasonga nikakaa naye. So nikifika na huku, the guy calls me. I said, what have you done? And the guy records a statement that I've stolen 1,000 bob. Like, what the hell? Ata punch naomba ya kwenda. And funny enough, I feel like everyone knows, even the people he tries to, have today. Ata hao watu wanajua, like, I stole money, I stole stuff. I only took the things, I didn't want anything to do with you, so I only took the things that would not have any chaos, mimi na wewe. So we are seated somewhere with another person who can attest on this video, and the guy says that, unajua unaongea na watu wa DCI, ulienda na vitu za huyu mtu. What the hell? Like, I just stopped talking, and the girl, the person we were talking with will tell me, well, copy na ujinga. Like, how would you end up with a person like that? Huh? Like, this guy, I've never stolen anything from this guy, but not because nimetoka without that person. Without him being around, I've stolen 1,000 bob. I didn't have even fare ya punch. Like, why will I borrow a punch kama nilikuwa na 1,000 bob? So ikakuwa tu hivyo, but guys, trust me, haikuishi hapo. I'll go back and forth, He'll tell me he wants me, he'll bombard me with texts everywhere on my Instagram, and I will reply. Like, I was never replying. I even made travels to that point, but it's because this guy was convincing me that he still wants me, but kumbe I'm a move on. So we are having this issue, and I'm like, girl, tell me ukweli and let me leave the deed for you. Like, what the hell? Because this guy is disorganizing me. I can't make decisions, man. And the most thing I regret about your season, it's how undecisive I was. Like, I was so undecisive. I was depending on him to decide everything, and so my life will stand. Like, if whether I want to go anywhere, ilikuwa too dependent on, ilikuwa ina revolve around what he thinks about it. So I remember there is even a day we argued over a certain girl. Like, the girl wants to be in a relationship with him. I don't know, they are talking of being in a relationship with him, and to this guy he's even sending me screenshots of how hataki kuwa na huyu dem, like huyu dem ndo ana force issues. Yani even the guy travels from his place to our place to come and just convince me I'm not ready to be with this girl. Like, I don't want this girl. And funny enough, so dem hadi namuona kwa Instagram amevaa t-shirt zangu. Like, so this clearly dem anaenda kwa uchali. Hakuna uchali si mtoto ati uchali si mtoto ati mtu anaweza fika kwa hao yake without his consent. I felt like I don't want to begin that love anymore. And I remember making a decision. It was then I regret being so undecisive, but I don't regret because right now, worry not for those pinduliwa hivi, I don't think I could have made a good decision. But and funny enough, I thank God for being talkative, because I remember one of the relatives of their place told me, you're just too little to be going through this, shenanigans. Why don't you just do stuff like ukiwa na uko? Like, why don't you just come? Why don't you just stay na uko? Yani, wachane na hii life. And that person will check on me regularly, because alikuwa anajua tu niko broken. Nikasema, okay, at some point I felt like, mbona kwani unitaki uko? But I felt, nilimfeel like it was for the good reason. And mpaka sai I don't regret like kutoka uko. I don't regret like aliniambia hivyo, like wewe toka, you're too young to be going through this. Like ara hujazalia huyu msee, like mbona mnaanzana na hizi story mapema hivyo. And yani up to date I thank God for that, because hata singemaliza shule, and pia hizo kills tu bado zingejirudia. Because nimesema hivyo because I said this was like a credit video for me graduating. Like, graduate, like I've just finished school and I've been okay, and for the last close to 2 years now, like I've had so much peace. I've been able to stand up for myself. I've been able to do shit, like be free. I've learned so many things, to communicate, to do what. And let me tell you guys, like, I'm not playing victim. I'm not saying that I didn't have a bad side of me. But before even then, I was a good person. Like, I feel like I was a good person until these things happened. You see, initially I didn't get mtu akisema ati you changed me, but yeah, people change people. Like, people make you see, and people make you do things the way they're not supposed to. I'm sure even if pia anaweza kaa chini and anasema a different story of how I changed him. So guys, me doing this video is not trying to play victim. So yeah, and I was not good enough. I can't say I was good enough for him. So I just felt like these things were way too far. Yeah, that's what I'll say. Because it's not like people never have issues in their mapenzi issues or marriages or stuff like that. It's not like people never have issues, but they find a common ground, to have each other's back and all that. So yeah, guys, I feel like that's the end of that part. So it's been quite some good time now. We broke up. Nothing like, okay, we broke up, that's it. We broke up. Kila mtu ako na life yake. I don't care what his life has got. And honestly, this journey now that I have right now has been the most rewarding journey I get to experience, because I get to experience so many good things without emotions attached, without butterflies. And I feel like one of the things I've done ni kukua sober. Like this time ni kukua sober. I even don't know the last time I even drank, because hey, actually sijai after like tumeachana a period of, I never did, because you see, bad influence is very bad. It's very bad. So to those who come to my DM asking about that story, at least now you've heard it from me. That's my side of the story. If people have their own side of the story, because there's so many people who are involved, then you have your own side of the story. You're free to air it out. I'm also willing to hear how bad I was. Yeah, how bad I was. But you guys, being in a toxic, yeah, I was going to say this, being in a toxic environment, be it a family that is toxic, be it a family that is, you know, suffering from trauma and stuff. I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, but it takes so much from you. Like, I'll remember my previous me and things I'll do for love, and I'll not do them again. Like, there's so many things you have to unlearn even before getting to another, you know, relationship, another marriage. Like, coming from a truth, there's how I adapted. Initially, maybe after mtu amenikosea, ninge apologize and then we'll be good initially. Then comes a person mwenye ananirudishia na mrudishia. You see, I've already learned something that is not supposed to be happening, and it's so easy to carry that mess to even mtu hana hizo shit. Because I remember, like, I struggled so much with being honest. Also, I even sometimes do some things and I feel like, no, you're not doing that. You are not doing that. You need to be honest, because I feel like if you want the best, if you want to have another good person, be it a friend, be it something, you need to be honest. And I became so much a soft liar. Like, I'll lie on your eyes and hungenifanyia shit. So, like, I struggled so much with being honest, which I feel like these things need process. It's not that I'm lying something, but I feel like easy between the process. I struggled so much with communicating, you know, pointing out your views. I look at you, niju umenikosea, but I'm not willing to disclose to you that umenikosea, because I don't want to know. I don't want you to tell me and then unidanganye. So I didn't know how to communicate, my guys. Communication. I didn't know how to communicate, and I felt like hata ningetaka aje na mtu mwingine mzuri, like, hainge work out, because you can't communicate, you can't talk ukweli what do you mean. So I struggled so much with being honest and communicating, you know, shouting, raising my voice. Like, you'll talk to me calmly and I'm like, because that was the environment that I was in. So I feel like there's so much you need to relearn and learn after umetoka in a toxic environment. After umetoka in a toxic environment. And yeah, that's it. So that's it. That's the end of our video. And guys, I'm coming up with another series that is so dope. Like, yeah, it's so dope. I'm coming with a series that is so dope. And I thank God that I can decide. Miss Easy, by the decisions, could decide even like sikutaki. Like, I can clearly tell you sikutaki on your face, because yeah, sikutaki. I can clearly tell you you're not important in my life, because you're not. Like, I like that side of me. I don't have to sugarcoat stuff, you know. I can clearly tell you like you don't know how to communicate, and I'm not willing to be associated with you. That's it with me. Like, I just love my new self. That's one thing I admire about my life right now. But of course, it has taken so much time, it has taken so much help, it has taken so much, being even involved na watu wanaongea vipoa. I just don't take it for granted. I've had the right people, I've had people who support good relationships and marriages and all that, and I feel like that's another thing, guys. If you have a friend, if I'll tell you today that I'm a good friend to you and my circle is mad, then even if I'm a good person, I can't guarantee you to be a good person 100%. There must be some madness with the people around me that I've taken. And that used to happen because this guy will tell me stuff about their friends, how bad they are, but I'm like, what? I today I just thank God that I'm no longer there. I don't regret shit. Funny me, I'll see this guy with a lady and kama nisistake, like before I process nisistake, I'll like have BP and pressure at the same time. Na kama sikupata ulcers then walai sitawaipata. I'll overthink. Umse atoke tu aniambia ameenda shop, I'll think over 100 stuff. Like, ameenda kumiti mse mwingine. Like, umse huna karumka kumtrust ata ngoe. So sijui. So hey, what I'll tell you guys is I'm not trying to be a counselor, but I feel like if mtu amekukosea anafaa apologize, na apologize pia we feel content. You don't have to be left with questions. That's one. I also feel like if anyone has made you not trust them, should work on earning the trust, not forcing the trust. And I feel like if I've constantly told you that, okay, you should just love yourself. I feel like loving yourself inafanya ukijipenda kuna vitu mingi sana utafanya. One, hutagongwa na msee. Pili, utadanganywa ovyo ovyo. Utafeel like, no, you're lying and I can't take that. It's unacceptable. Mtu hata kubody shame. Mtu hata kucontrol. Like, uko wapi, unafanya nini, mbona kuna watu kwa background, what the hell. Like, you can be free hadi ukiwa kwa whatever thing you're in, but ni wewe una choose like what friends to bring close and what friends to push. Like, for example, if I was married today, if I'm married today and I want to go out with my friends, yes, I'll ask for permission from my partner and like notify him, yes, I want to go out at this time. Yeah, and he will be like, it's okay. Like, mi ndo na feel kuna hii bash na mabeshte wangu, and now because I have a partner, I'm not willing to go. Sio huyu msee anakuambia hutaenda, ulioleka, ujue nini mabeshte wako. Wow. Sorry for another day. So guys, that's the end of our video. I don't want it to go past 40 minutes because I don't want it to be a long video. But guys, if you're just feeling some type of confusion, ukiwa mahali, just get out of it. Doesn't matter. If you're feeling some type of confusion, just get out of it. Like, nini ingine unatafuta? So yeah, I wouldn't advocate feeling confused when you're trying to be good with someone. So yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. Remember to love this video by liking, by commenting, by sharing this link, and let's meet on our next episode. It's currently close to saa moja za usiku, so I'll just rush and do some dishes. Yep, and then cook. So yeah, so it's been a good time. Bye.